What's the crack? Today is day 15, I think. Is today the 16th? Let me tell you again. Is today the 16th? Today is the 16th. I'm 2 videos behind. Hopefully just one. No, this will be up by 12. I'll be 2 videos behind again. Today's video is things that annoy me. Colin put up a video like 2 weeks ago called "Things That Annoy Me," and there was some of the stuff in it. Like everything he said made sense, and like I couldn't really add to it at the time. And then I sat down today because I watched Charlotte's video yesterday on her pet peeves. I'll leave the links to both videos in the description. It's actually well worth a watch. But I came up with 8. Some of them you'll definitely have heard before, and some of them are just, I don't know, especially right, I'll start with the first one. When you're in a shop, and let's say you buy something for 98 cents, and you give your one €1, and you're meant to get 2 cents back, and she asks you, do you want your change? Like, that's just annoying. Like, that's my money. Do you know what I mean? Soft. We're going up to Centra after this. And I swear to God, if I did money and your one's like, oh, do you want your change? I'm not leaving till I get my change, like, exact change in 1 cent pieces. Does that ever happen to you? Because that's probably the biggest thing that I always complain about that, and people are like, so why would you want the 1 cent back anyway? It's like, it's my money. Like, they're stealing from you. If that happens, and someone done this, I think I've seen this on a post recently. It's like, you know, over a course of a year or something, they're making like $1,000 from doing that to so many people, and that's crazy money. The second thing is people who use their phone while they're driving, like whether they're texting or whether they're literally on the phone. Especially now with smartphones, like it happens a lot more. You see it the whole time, and it's actually the most annoying thing in the world. Especially when they're coming up on a zebra crossing,
Snapchats and shit,
and they're coming around a corner, and you can see them on their phone, and like usually you just walk across because you'd expect them to just stop, you know, and let you cross. But you can see them on their phone, and you're just like, no, they're not going to see me at all. And then literally at the last minute, they're halfway up on the fucking zebra crossing. You're just like, what the fuck, you know? Not a bit.
How you doing?
What's the third one?
Okay, hold on.
Third one, people who talk during a film. Now, I don't usually sit down and watch films with people who've seen the film before, if I haven't, because they'll do the whole, oh, what, you're gonna love this now. Watch, this is the best bit of the film, Dave. Look.
Wait for it.
Wait for this.
They're in the middle of a field with no one around.
Yeah.
And you give away the whole
lot. Like, I remember watching. No, actually, if you haven't seen this film, I won't say it, but I'm just gonna say, if you haven't seen Seven, Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, one of the best films you ever see. And when I first saw that, I was like, what? Like, it was just crazy to watch. And that's the way films need to go down again. And I think I watched Interstellar the other day, and like you're watching it and you know who's in it, and then characters pop up, like their names aren't on the, you know, the case, and you're just like, I didn't know this person was in the film. And like I love watching films like that where they're just not mentioned on the, like if I haven't watched the trailer beforehand or whatever. Anyway, number 4, people who don't wash their hands in the bathroom. It's the most disgusting thing in the world. Like, you go out a night out, right? You go out a night out, and like you go into the bathroom, and there's a lad next to the cubicle, and you're just like, yeah, and he's chatting away and all the rest. Like, you're like, yeah. You go over to start washing your hands, and he turns around and tries to continue the conversation with you.
They're mauling you.
And they're like touching you, and they're like, oh buddy, oh high five. You're like, just get your fucking germs off me. You know what I mean? Man,
you're scrubbing for everything.
You're literally, the fact he touches me makes me want to wash my hands even more, and he's probably pissed all over the floor as well. Like, I absolutely despise.
Like, you have to wash your shoulder after him then.
Yeah, that's why I bring spare t-shirts with me on nights out. Stuff them up in the up above the door. Number 5, people who say the stupidest shit on Facebook, like, oh, I give up. I can't do that anymore. Oh, I'm not good enough. And then their friends will comment and say, oh, what's wrong, hun? Yeah, obviously this is women I'm talking about because I've never seen a lad do it. PM me. Oh, I'll tell you tomorrow. Oh, sure, you already know.
Text you.
What? Will you shut up moaning, will
Or
you?
else they comment going same.
Yeah, same. Sammy saying.
Or share the status.
Come on, put up there.
Sammy Zane.
Put up the status.
What did I say?
Say,
I just can't.
I give up. Just say, oh, I give up.
I know I'm getting a hate from abuse.
Just go, oh, I give up. You're just not good enough for some people anymore. Oh, number 6, chokers. Stop fucking wearing them. They're cat. You know what I mean? Well, I put a piece of plastic around my neck. It's like a fetish. There's something wrong with you. Joker doesn't even wear them. Look at him, look.
Joker.
Joker. No, they're terrible. And actually, for the Americans watching, do you even know what they are? We all grew up watching Buffy, but that's when they were popular. But I mean, these should be.
You started this with the Joker.
You started this with the Jokers and the japes you're making. No, they're actually horrible. Just stop wearing them. Honestly, they're just. What are they like? You know what I mean? Oh. Number 7. When you're in a pub or a restaurant and there's a wobbly table, you put your drink down, especially when people are trying to come in around you or whatever, and they'll put their hand on the table to kind of like steady themselves for whatever reason, to sit down and they knock half the pints.
Or even if you just put your...
That's actually 2 annoying things. People who put their hands on the table to steady themselves and a wobbly table, and when they're combined, it's fucking really annoying.
It's usually like they'll sit beside you, and then when they're getting up, they have to...
Yeah.
like
Hold on there. If they're not putting their hand on your knee to steady themselves, it's the table. And the last thing, this just happens to everybody, and I think this is just a way of life, and I've accepted it. But when you put your headphones in your pocket for 10 seconds and you take them out, and they're in a complete. Oh, that's so frustrating.
They were neatly folded when I put them in there.
Yeah. We try and put in a bonus one. I only wrote down 8 because I couldn't think. What annoys you?
People who aren't vegetarian that go on about animal rights, like, I know it's just annoys me because I'm a vegetarian, like, I don't go on about it.
Oh, I'm a vegetarian, I know.
Because I felt done it before, like, posting all these slaughter videos and shaver, and I'm just like, get life.
Get life. Actually, what annoys me is when people put up, like what you said there, when people put up stuff like, there was a picture going around there the last few days, and it was, what's his name? Ricky Gervais, and he's like, oh, you're great shooting a giraffe, gentle creatures and all this crack, endangered. And people are like, oh, it's lousy, you know, killing giraffes. And one of the girls from town a couple weeks ago was sharing a picture of, you know, Chinese people or Asians are eating dogs all the time. And like, if we were born Asian, probably wouldn't bother us either, you know what I mean? But over there, when she shared it, she was like, oh, this kind of thing needs to stop. And I was like, look, you can't have double standards. You either don't eat meat at all, or you just, you can't pick and choose. And that's exactly what she was doing. And then I mentioned, you know, like, if you were in India, like, they worship cows, and Jewish people don't eat pork traditionally. So it's where you're from, how you're raised, you know, just don't shite on about it.
It's religion for some people.
It's religion for some people, but just don't put that shit on Facebook like, oh, it's lousy, they're eating rabbits. Half an Eno is eating rabbits. Most of Ireland eats rabbits. Probably still do.
I've probably had a rabbit at some point.
I've never ate rabbit. Although I owe Tony O'Mara a rabbit burger.
What even is that?
Tony, if you're watching this, comment below. I'll make you a burger. Right. This is probably the longest video I've put up. 9 minutes of things that annoy me. Featuring Dave.
Saying a bunch of things.
Me saying a lot of things. We're going to go to Centra. I swear to God. If your one hands me out,
Amount to 2 cents, like.
I'll beg her for it. I'll cry into her face. The change. Oh, Christ. When we come back from Central, we'll probably put up another video. We'll just film ourselves doing more.
Apologising for this video.
Apologising for this video. No,
Replying to him, man.
I'm actually doing considered a virtual collaboration with another girl doing VEDA. She's from America. Her name is Melanie. And she's after asking me 5 questions about Ireland. Camera, 5. And I actually have to come up with 5 to ask her, and then we'll upload the video on the same day. I'm just going to take the piss and be like, why are Americans all fat? Why do you all get to drive around those little, you know, those little yokes you get to drive around in?
No riders.
No, it's not the little cars with a little basket on it. What are they called? They have a funny name, because I always die laughing
I
when I
don't
hear
know
it.
from the Ireland or anyone, like.
Yeah,
They're flexing around.
what are they called? I can't think of the name. Someone think of the name. I can't think of it. Little rascals. Little rascals. You turn around, little rascals. Oh, it's the best thing ever. Oh, imagine being that big. What is it? Bart Simpson, stick on a rag. Stick on a rag. Rag on a stick.
Well, get the oar and turn Lisa over.
Oh, that's horrible, that is. Jeez, I'd hate to be that big. Oh, that's horrible. Right, look, we're off because, yeah. Stop eating, will you?